यत्र नार्यस्तु पूजयन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवताः.
Where women are worshipped, divine resides. Indian primeval scriptures describe women in these terms. Whereas it is a burning and candid fact that after 5 decades of Indian independence, expected rays of development could not reach into village life. The prime reason for such scenario is large-scale prevalence of illiteracy, primitiveness, inequality and underprivileged status of rural women. In fact, male-dominated society control all the activities of women life. To invigorate their inner strength, to make them economically empowered, to improve their working capacity for education and training of rural women, UNDP had designed SAWERA Project with the prime objective of farm women's empowerment. The Uttar Pradesh Bhumi Sudhar Nigam, in administrative partnership with State Institute for Management of Agriculture, Rehamankhera, had planned to implement the project empowerment of women for food security in 24 socio-economic backward villages of Raebareli and Unnao district. The main objectives of the project are to establish women as a farmer, to address gender issues related with agriculture and provide concrete solution, to step into the area of women empowerment, to sensitize agriculture extension system towards women. The sub-objectives of project are to enhance food production through intensification of agriculture, increased productivity and improved farming techniques, to diversify farming systems and increase value addition through agro-processing for improved livelihoods, to transfer technologies for sustainable agriculture practices with a focus on rain-fed and marginal lands, to improve access to food through experimenting with alternative distribution systems, to address gender issues relating to food security and to provide concrete solutions for the feminization of agriculture. Financial support worth Rs 35,000 per group provided as a revolving fund under the micro capital assistance of SAWERA project. To reduce drudgery of farm women, Rs 10,000 per group was given for purchase of gender-friendly agriculture equipments. To ensure food security and storage of grain and seed, support worth Rs 10,000 per group were provided for purchase of storage bin. To establish alternative public distribution system assistance worth Rs 4,000 per group given for transportation, freight charges and fumigation. To enhance the skill of women related with agriculture technology, there is also provision of training, educational tour, cluster level workshop, farm women fair for capacity building of women under SAWERA project. Prior experience in agriculture, adoption of new technology from training and with the much needed support from resource persons, these farm women started sustainable agriculture practices. They do interculture practices and prepare organic fertilizers, native, compost and vermicompost. They applied these organic fertilizers in their crop. They themselves irrigated their field and applied pesticides. Having understood the value of depleting water and to reduce wastage of precious water, they used irrigation pipe in place of traditional water channel. Apart from effectively using project-supported agriculture equipment, they developed their own operation and maintenance system to consider depreciation value of these equipments. They are using modern winnowing fan in place of traditional winnowing system. Traditional method of chaff cutting, a drudgery-prone activity, is being replaced by modern chaff cutter. Cattle management is no more male affair. Members of Tulsi Women's Self-Help Group are now using modern maize sheller. These equipments helped in reducing their drudgery and saving their time.
SAWERA project is a UNDP funded project being implemented in 2 districts of UP, that is Raebareli and Unnao. This project aims to empower rural women and reduce their drudgery and increase their income and improve their livelihood. Essentially to recognize the role of women in agricultural activities and recognize them as a farmer. And the best part of this project is this is totally participatory in nature. The women themselves, they collect their savings, raise loan from the bank. We help them in that, raising funds from the loan, and some assistance is provided from the project also. And on the basis of that assistance and their own savings, they take up income generating activities like fisheries, poultry, cattle rearing, and embroidery, tailoring. All those activities are taken up so that they can get some more income during their spare time, make good use of that. And the results of the project are quite encouraging.
Just a bird could not fly with one wing only. A nation would not march forward if the women are left behind. Today, women are bringing their agriculture produce to market. As per the main objective of the project, food security, women have adopted modern grain storage in place of traditional bin. They also adopted the prevention mechanism from the attack of rat and other pests. The grain of their group contribution is also being stored properly. The needy member of group take grain and returned with incremental benefit to group because of having strong view to reasonably increase the quantity of stored grain. Members of Saraswati Women's Self-Help Group had cultivated onions and preserved as per location suitability and minimum damage.
हमारा नाम सरस्वती और इसकी नर्सरी करते हैं प्याज की। फिर हम इका लगाते हैं और लगा के प्याज तैयार होता तो ही तरीके टाइम देते हैं। अब इसकी लाभ हमें 5000 हुई।
Along with sustainable agriculture and grain storage, women moved towards diversification of agricultural practices. Unused land around their home was fruitfully utilized for kitchen gardening.
सवेरा परियोजना से जुड़े हुए हैं। हमारा नाम है कुसुम वर्मा और हम उन्नाव जिला की रहने वाली हैं। हमारे गांव का नाम है कुसुम्भी और हमारे समूह का नाम है अंबेडकर महिला बचत समूह। समूह के हम अध्यक्ष हैं। हम जो ये किचन गार्डन बनाया है, इसमें तो मूली है, जैसे पपीता है, भिंडी है, ये सब चीज़ें हमारे प्रयोग आता है। सब्जी यहीं से तोड़ लेती हैं और उसको बना लेती हैं, सभी लोग मिलकर खा लेते हैं, सेहत बनती है।
Project supported women now took up vegetable cultivation and cash crop apart from sustainable agriculture. The women's group of Unnao is involved in intercropping like beetle cultivation. They are successfully using the fences of beetle crop for pointed gourd, bitter gourd and bottle gourd cultivation. On the same plot, they are taking tuber crop ginger. Women themselves are watering their crops and applying pesticides as well as managing their crops.
The basic objective of this project is to develop farm women in their endeavor. These farm women will be given an opportunity to experiment and explore in the agricultural operations field and activities. Through these activities, these farm women will stand on their feet and economically upliftment will be there for these women.
In the same direction, some women groups are getting their livelihood through water chestnut cultivation, making flour of dehydrated water chestnut, and its marketing is a good move in value addition process.
हमारे समूह का नाम आरती महिला बचत है। हमारे गांव का नाम जंसार है।
पहले हम लोग इसको कच्चा कुआं हम लोग के आदमी खोद के पानी भरते थे। अब हम लोग को जब से ये समूह चला, सुविधा मिली, तब से हम लोग ने अपने इंजन बोट से क्या छोटे छोटे पटुला टाइप के तैयार करते, उसमें पहले जेठ बैसाख में, तब ये बाजार में हम लोग बेचते। उसके बाद ये गहन में सुखाने के डालते हैं। इसकी लाभ, इसका दवा ववा निकाल के जो हमको प्रॉफिट होता, उससे हम अपने घर गृहस्थी काम लेते हैं। और जो इसमें निकाल कर्जा लेके और या बैंक से लेते अपने समूह से निकालते हैं, उसको दे लेके जो बचता अपने बाल बच्चों को इसमें पाल के पोसते हैं।
ये सिंघाड़ा तोड़ करके सुखाते हैं, सुखा करके इसको हम थोक मंडी में ये सिंघाड़ा बेचते हैं और इसी को अपने घर में पीस करके धो साफ करके पीस करके इसको हम 10 रुपया का 250 ग्राम ये हम बेचते हैं।
Women of Bhimabai Self-Help Group Rai Bareilly are collectively involved in fishery and enhancing their group income through sales of fish. For strengthening their economy, women are successfully operating different tiny units under diversification of agriculture practices. A women's group of Unnao is making bamboo baskets. They cultivated bamboo for making baskets and selling their product in the market.
हमारा नाम है सर जगरानी और हम ज्योति महिला बच्चे समूह के हैं। हमको 35,000 रुपया मिला था समूह से और हम उसी से डेलिया कर रहे हैं और हमारा भी चल रहा है और सारी महिलाओं को हमने लगाया है। कोई मुर्गी पालन है, कोई मछली पालन है, कोई जानवर पालन है। अब सब लोग भी हैं, कुछ खेती कर रहे हैं, हमको बहुत फायदा हुआ है।
flourishing lotus in the pond had attracted the members of Naveen Women's Self-Help Group. They leased in the pond and commercially cultivated lotus for marketing its pollen grain and petals. Some other members of the same group are successfully managing economically viable tailoring unit. Through stitching of clothes and serving the nearby villages, they are creating their own identity.
मेरा नाम सुंदरी है। आदर्श महिला बचत समूह सिरसा मिला था जब ये परियोजना है और हमारे समूह में पैसा आया 35,000 रुपये, तो इससे हमने पैसा लेकर के और भी ज़्यादा इसको आगे बढ़ाया। इससे लाभ हमें यही है कि किसी की मजदूरी करने नहीं जाना पड़ता है, अपना काम खुद कर लेते हैं घर में और हमारे बच्चे भी अच्छी शिक्षा मतलब प्राप्त कर रहे हैं। 2,000 रुपये तो मिल ही जाता है
आराम से
अकेले जी।
A women's self-help group of Unnao is fulfilling local need through grain roasting and trading. Women of Mayawati Self-Help Group and Indira Self-Help Group have considered embroidery work for their economic empowerment, and they are doing chicken embroidery. To compete with the men folk, a group of Raebareli has dared into bicycle seat cover making business. Mrs. Sadavati, a member of Navchetna Women's Self-Help Group in the same block, has established herself as a Shakti dealer of Hindustan Lever Limited. In Unnao, Mrs. Badrunnisa has opted bangle trading as her income generation activity. Some women are involved in poultry activity. Growing demand of herbal products has attracted women, and they entered into commercial production of Indian basil and winter cherry.
हमारा नाम कीर्ति देवी, महिला बचत समूह बगहरी की रहने वाली। हम अश्वगंधा की खेती करते हैं और इसमें 700 का रुपए का बीज बिया पड़ा और मतलब 18,000 रुपए का बेचा। और ये टॉनिक बनती है, इसका बुखार छूट जाती है, आयुर्वेदिक दवाई है।
ये अश्वगंधा की हम लोग खेती करते हैं। उसमें खेती करके इसमें इसको जो हम 1.5 कुंटल को पैदा किया। इसमें आप 120 रुपया किलो बेचा। हमारी 6,000 रुपये की लगाई चाय और बाकी 12,000 में 6,000 हमने लोग बांट लिया।
भूमि सुधार निगम ने लगभग 4 वर्षों से इसमें कार्य जो किया है उसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण 2-3 चीज़ें हैं, जिसमें बैंक लिंकेज 100% समूह से है। पूरे 100 के 100 समूह हमारे बैंक से लिंकेज CCL निर्धारित है उनकी। इसके अतिरिक्त उन्होंने दोनों ही जनपदों में कृषि विविधीकरण के बहुत बेहतर कार्य किए हैं। लगभग 28 प्रकार के कृषि विविधीकरण के कार्यरत हैं वो हमारी महिला सदस्य, जो कि समूह को स्थायित्व देने की दिशा में बहुत एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। विगत करीब 1.5 वर्ष से BSN ने बहुत अच्छे प्रयास किए हैं और लगभग हमारे सभी समूह जो BSN जनपदों के हैं वो कई विभागों से लिंकेज हैं, जिसमें कृषि विभाग है, हॉर्टिकल्चर है, पशुपालन है। जैसे जनपद रायबरेली में डेयरी का काम बहुत प्यारेपुर विलेज में बहुत बेहतर हो रहा है।
Women of Pragya Self-Help Group have been awarded by the UP government for successfully operating a milk cooperative and a dairy unit. This unit has an interesting story. Earlier, men had full control over this unit. They managed dairy unit from their own style. Adulteration was a big issue then. An obvious outcome was dispute and quarrel. Earning from unit was flamboyantly misused. Dispute and quarrel affected women decided to take over the unit. They organized themselves and modernized the unit. They purchased milk testing equipments. 18 members of this group had convinced 36 other women to establish Women Milk Cooperative. And today, they are at the zenith of their success. They themselves milked their milch animal and brought milk to the unit. After milk testing, the quality and quantity documented on the unit register, and after sale of milk, they are timely compensated. Today, the unit is so popular amongst the community, and women of the unit are step by step moving towards economic and social empowerment and establishing their leadership skill. In such a paradigm, some women groups are earning their livelihood and serving the community through flour mill and paddy milling.
The program is being implemented through the workers of Bhumi Sudhar Nigam, and Bhumi Sudhar Nigam is made responsible to implement this program. I appreciate the work done by Bhumi Sudhar Nigam under SAWERA Karyakram. I hope with the help of Bhumi Sudhar Nigam, this program will fulfill the desired objectives and will help the development of farm women.
To address community issue, a group of Unnao had maintained a link road connecting to village. Learning from educational tour and technical knowledge helped the women in constructing zero energy cool chamber, commonly known as local fridge. This system is independent of power supply and technological complexities. Members of group are using this zero energy cool chamber for preserving their food and vegetables. Raise voice and step up. Move forward and speed up. Get up from east, from west, from north, from south. Then the whole scenario will change. Well, the positive changes in the life of SAWERA Project, women are being clearly reflected today. They are organizing their group meeting. With discussion and mutual understanding, they are preparing strategy for their own development.
कितना पैसा लिया बकरी पालन के लिए? 1000 रुपये। कितनी बकरी खरीदी है? 2 बकरी। अच्छा, वापसी का भी
छोटे बच्चे लिए सयान हो गए।
अच्छा, ठीक है। वापसी हो गई?
हाँ, वापसी हो गई।
फिर क्या करोगी? आगे काम क्या है?
अब आगे यह बकरियों से कुछ करेंगे, फिर ले
अभी फायदा दिखाई पड़ेगा तो पैसे लेंगे फिर मतलब खरीदेंगे।
और आप बताइए, आप?
हमने 10,000 रुपया लिया है दुकान के लिए, अब फिर 5,000 रुपया लेंगे तो और उसको बढ़ाएंगे।
5,000 रुपये? 10,000 की वापसी कर दी आप?
अभी थोड़ा सा रह गया है।
कितना फायदा है आपकी दुकान में?
और दुकान में फायदा यह है कि हर दिन 200, 250, 100 रुपया कैसे होता है
रोज का
सब बिक्री मतलब होता तो ना 40-50 रुपया तो मिल ही जाता।
नहीं, रोज की बिक्री इतनी होती है?
बिक्री 100 रुपया,
200 रुपये,
200 रुपया, 150 रुपया, बस ऐसे।
Apart from maintaining the record of their group, they are handling group bank account and distributing dividend of the profit. Awareness towards conservation of fuel wood and protection of environment motivated them to replace traditional chulha by fuel efficient smokeless chulha. It is being clearly reflected that self-esteem women had been able to establish themselves as farmers. Their self-confidence has been improved. They have created a common chest from their own saving and cash credit limit. Productivity and production have been improving. Adoption of agriculture technology leads to drudgery reduction and time saving. In fact, with the improvement of their economy, food availability assured and nutritious food intake increased. Their quality of life improved and decision-making capacity strengthened. They learned with dedication about agriculture and allied activities, as well as disseminating information amongst themselves. The approach of group dynamics is clearly reflected in their organization.
Not only this project has reduced the drudgery by giving women a lot of support in terms of better agriculture equipments for reducing their drudgery, but also it has raised the income levels of the women and helped them in getting their own identity. And I hope this project will go a long way in establishing the role of women and empowering them so that the women get their proper place in the society and also improve their livelihood.
SAWERA Project had shod the rays of knowledge, work and economy in their life. They are so optimistic that tomorrow these rays will form rainbow and cover their villages and society to establish an example for others. Today, these lands belong to them. Tomorrow, those skies would be theirs.